Hello, Neta Moore here from No Hassle website and from All Things No Hassle. In today's video tutorial, I'm going to talk to you about the difference between hosting and a domain. This seems to be something very confusing for a lot of people. I get asked about it a lot, and from the emails and questions I get, I understand that this is something that most people, until it's explained to them, don't really understand how it works. So this is what I'm going to do now, and once you understand it, it will make so much more sense, and you'll be able to always know exactly what you need and where to look for it. Okay. So hosting is where your website content, the actual information, the files, the database is hosted. Okay. Is saved. And then the domain is simply the name that people type into a browser to find that information. Okay. But you need to connect both of them. So you may often buy your domain in one company, for example, GoDaddy being the most famous and oldest one. And then you can have your hosting with Bluehost or with SiteGround or with a HostGator, for example. Okay. So you can have a domain in one place and your hosting service in another one. The great thing about it is that you are not always restricted to the same hosting company that you started with, okay? Because they are separated. There's the domain and there's the hosting. Once you connect them, then your domain will point to the right place and people will see your website. But you can move your website to a different hosting service, for example, and then all you really need to do is point your domain to the new hosting and say, hey, instead of looking for the files on this hosting that I used to be on, I'm going to look for the files on another hosting. You can look at it similarly to a phone number and your phone company. So you know how you can have the same phone number, but switch between providers? It's the same exact thing. The phone number is your domain, right? That's what people dial to connect to you. That's what people put in their browser to see your website. And the hosting company is who actually activates and holds, your phone information or allows you to make phone calls and receive phone calls. Or in our case, the hosting company is the company that hosts all your information so that when your number is connected to your account or when your domain is connected to your hosting, you can actually talk on the phone or see the website. Okay. So if you bought your domain with GoDaddy and then you got your hosting with SiteGround, for example, SiteGround are going to give you a domain name servers. That's what it's called. Okay. They're going to tell you these are your domain name servers. Now it's your job to connect your domain with your server using these domain name servers. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's say you're with GoDaddy and this is the domain that you bought, and now you have hosting with a certain company and you need to connect them, right? So what you want to do is you're going to log into wherever you bought your domain. In this case, this is a GoDaddy account, and you're going to look for something that tells you either to manage your DNS or your domain name servers, or says the word DNS or says the word name servers. This is what you're going to look for. In our case, we can either click on manage or straight go to DNS. So I'm going to click on the DNS one. And what you're looking for is somewhere where it says domain name servers. Okay. So in our case, this is here. Okay. In GoDaddy, it will show like this. It will say name servers, and it will tell us what name servers are currently used. In this case that I'm showing you now, these are the name servers that are used. However, often you are going to simply see that the name servers are the default ones. So let me show you how that would look. So you may come to your account and you will see that it's showing the default name server, some kind of a strange number that the domain company immediately put in as the default. Okay. But now we want to change it, and we want to switch it to the domain name servers that the hosting company gave us. Okay. So now I just need to go back to it again because it's not showing me the option again. So let me find in my domains, the domain we were looking at before, this one, and I'm going to click on that. And let's see where it takes me. here, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go to manage DNS. You see, it just brought me to a different page, but you're always looking for something that says DNS. Okay. Now I'm going to scroll down and here we go. Here are the domain name servers. Now we want to change them. So your hosting company will give you your domain name servers and tell you, point your domain to those. So I'm just going to switch from domain to custom because we want custom ones. And here I'm going to put the 2 domain name servers that I need. In this case, it's what it was before. Sorry, it was No Hassle website. So it's usually 2 numbers, so NS1 and then something, or NS2 and then something. You need to put both of them, okay? No Hassle website. It will look something like this, but not exactly this. Once I put it in, I save, and that's basically it. Now I connected my domain to my hosting, to where the server is. It may take up to 48 hours to update. This is called propagation. And that's the time that it takes all the servers and all the computers around the world to update with this new information. Okay. It's basically telling all the computers around the world that from now on, when people type my domain, they should be redirected to these servers. You understand? So that's basically it. I hope that now the difference between a domain and a hosting is clear to you, and you know how to point your domain to your server by changing the domain name servers. Let me know if you have any other questions or need anything else. Bye bye. Ciao.